Here's something that most people don't want to hear. If you choose to be somebody that is trusted, you will not always be loved. That's a fact of life. It's time for the Daily Truth. What's happening, everybody? I'm Anthony Michael Russo. It's that fun time of the day. Good morning to you. Hope everybody's starting the day fantastically. I'm going to go ahead and get cooking in just a second. I, of course, want to give a shout out to the people that help me, the different groups that do all that by help, affiliates, all that good stuff. And of course, most importantly, because we're a day away, if it's a Tuesday, for doubledownspeaking.com, my Wednesday night speaking workshop webinar. I would love to see you all there. We have about 10 to 12 spaces for everybody. If it gets a little busier, it gets a little crazy, but we've had some really, really great Wednesday night workshops last several weeks. It's growing. It gives me faith that I'm doing the right thing. I'm in the right place. The conversations I have afterwards, because people that do take that class, take that workshop, do get a free hour or free 30-minute call with me that typically turns out a little bit longer. So make sure you go to doubledownspeaking.com, 6 p.m. Wednesday nights, live workshop. Cameras are on. It's interactive. It's fun. And we have a really good time. So make sure you do that. If you want the best water in the business underneath your sink, water filtration system, go to Century H2O. That's with an S, S-E-N-T-R-Y, Century H2O. Use Russo 10 for 10% off with checkout. And then what else we got? Make Wellness Bio Precision Peptides. I was drinking my fit yesterday. I hit a PR. Was that before or after? It was after I did my Daily Truth, I believe, yesterday. I did my 2-mile treadmill, age 42, 6 minutes, 16 seconds per mile. Bring it. So make sure you check out those Make Wellness Peptides. If you want to learn more about that or any of the gear and merch that I typically wear with Bethechange stuff, just go to @Anthony Michael Russo on Instagram. All my links are up top, or ask me any question you might have. All right, let's get cooking. I see people liking this video, sharing this video, doing all said things with this video. We're at about 29, a lot on X, which means Casey. The pictures are in I know you hate the Facebook and the Instagrams, but it's on. Yeah, there you go. That's Casey. There it is. It is on Instagram if you want to see the screenshots of the time, which I don't get how I wasn't at Planet. I was at Anytime. Their app doesn't do math. I don't understand how an app can make a mistake. It shows the time. So 16, it showed the time of like, what was it? 6, 12, 12, 31, but it said the pace was 6, 19, which that doesn't math. It would be 6, 16. Anyways, math is hard. Math is hard for a computer, apparently, or an app or a program. It boggled my mind. All right, let's get right into it. Today's concept is the idea of being, I was listening to this with the Audible book from Aunt Sharon, my Kelly's Aunt Sharon. She actually told me to read it. And it was great. It's been great so far. I'm getting the name of it. It's got really great reviews. His name is, I'm about a third of the way through, a little less. Rich Routines by, what's his name? Steve Houghton. Anyways, he used this phrase and I was like, I like that. I really, really like that a lot. So I did a little bit more deep dive into the idea that it's not about being liked, it's about being trusted. As somebody that talks about a variety of different issues and somebody that is considered to be very blunt with the people around me, my friends, closest family members, etc. I have been somebody that has built my life on being honest, which therefore means that people will trust me when there's a serious topic in mind. But often when you are that person that gives the raw, hard truth with a little bit of I don't want to say that I don't sugarcoat things, but I'll say things that it's constructive criticism on times, but I will give you the truth. You will never, if there's something that I don't want to say, I'm just not going to say it. If there's something that's a little too mean, I feel like for that time, but for the most part, if it is coming out of my mouth, I'm giving you truly what I believe. So when you're trusted, unless it's Carmelo Anthony, the car thing's real. There is a car in his driveway with the tag and with the sticker. And ultimately people are like, well, they didn't get their money. I love that I'm changing the topic because of Casey, but I'll do it. The whole idea that they couldn't buy anything I never said buying a house. I switched that immediately. And the video that I did that went very viral was talking about the car. So I immediately switched the house once it was fixed. I fixed that within 20 minutes of posting that. And it was supposed to be kind of a cheeky post. But the car, however, was new. And fact is, they're talking about moving into a new home. Look, the money was not released out of that give, send, go. However, the family did have a decent amount of money, knowing that the rest of that money is coming and knowing that the bail had been and the bond had been dropped. They knew that that money was going to be coming to them. That's all I'm going to say. And either way, the Amazon packages are real. It's not a family. Okay, last thing. Remember that their which Muzi, the bond got decreased because of financial hardship. That doesn't look like financial hardship to me. But all right, that's it, Casey. That's it. That's it. No more talking about Carmelo Anthony. All right. So back to this. When you are somebody that I keep seeing your comments. When you are somebody that is when you are an individual that people know will always speak the truth, the person that challenges what is wrong, to say the hard thing, even when it's not popular, you're going to lose people. You're going to lose friends. You're going to offend someone. You might even make some enemies along the way. I could tell you my inbox when I would do more political stuff, or my inbox, even when I would be on the same side as the same people, or my inbox when I would challenge people to do something, or heck, when I would challenge the people closest to me, whether it's Kelly or my mother or whomever it is, that if I would challenge people, trust me, the replies that I would get would sometimes hurt. There's certain situations where there is people that are not going to like when you speak the truth. It doesn't always feel good, but it builds something deeper. It builds credibility. It builds something deeper. It builds credibility. It builds respect. I don't want to be loved for being agreeable. Trust me, that's something that I probably dealt with earlier in my life. You always want to be loved. You want to be friends with everybody. You want everybody to love you. You want everybody, everybody, you're good to everybody. You're good to everybody. You're good to everybody. Even when it's uncomfortable, I'm going to challenge you that it's time to start being authentic and tell the truth. Even when it costs me relationships with people who are only committed to silence and feeling the same way. Love may make people admire you, but trust makes people rely on you. Truth separates the two. And God talked, I believe it was in Romans, Jesus talked about you have to create division at times. And I've spoken about this in the last couple of days, especially before Easter when I was doing my fast. But the idea of division is actually to separate the righteous from the non-righteous. The idea is to separate, in this case, when I'm talking about truth, separate people that are willing to hear truth from people that are not willing to hear truth. The people that are likable are a dime a dozen at this point. And that's probably the area we get ourselves in the most trouble. The world does not need more likable people. It needs more truthful people. It needs more truthful leaders. It needs more authentic leaders. That's the key behind all of this. There was part of that book with Houghton where he talked about the fact that he donates a lot of money. He gives a lot of different things. He finds the right causes to do it, but he will not give people he will not give people money on the street because often they're going to be using it to enable their addictions. It makes things worse. You are not helping anybody by giving somebody $5 or $1 at a gas station. And I was like, that's, I feel guilty sometimes, but at the same time, I don't know what they're doing with their money. It's not accountable. And maybe it's likable in that moment, but if they go get their next high and their next high and their next high, you're not helping them at all. You're not being truthful with them at all. In fact, a high percentage of the time, you're actually hurting them. That's the same concept. It's the exact same concept when you're just being nice to somebody when you need to give them the cold, hard truth. A bold voice that speaks it anyways is the ones that will change the world, change the circumstances around you, all of the above. So I'm going to encourage you. It's not about being loved. It's about being trusted. It's about telling the truth. Don't be afraid of making people mad. Don't be afraid of people walking away from you. But if you truly believe that you're here to lead people or be a voice or be a change maker in whatever manner that it might be, this is where you have to draw a line in the sand in your own personality. It doesn't always feel good in the moment. It comes with tension. It comes with loss of friendships, but it's what makes your presence powerful. That's it. Last thought. People that are liked, like I said, are a dime a dozen, but people who are trusted are transformational. And that's what I like to do. I like to transform people. We are taught, yes, we are taught to have compassion. We are taught to have compassion to others, empathy to others. I agree with that. There's a difference between being empathy and lying to people. That's where the word constructive criticism comes in. That's a great a great thought to make sure that I bring full circle. So much for the daily truth being 5 to 7 minutes. I keep going over lately. I'll try to start tightening it up, but I thought today was an important message. Casey, thanks for sharing as always and giving me talking trash in the comments. I appreciate that. Make sure you go to doubledownspeaking.com if you want to go to one of my free speaking workshops. We have space for 3 or 4 people in the actual Double Down transformational group that starts Tuesday nights in May. It has been a lot of growth to get to this point, and it is an absolutely life-changing class. I firmly believe that, and now that I believe that, that's why people are coming to it, and I'm getting people to pay for it, and people are realizing what the investment is. It's not just an investment in a class; it's an investment in themselves. So it's been powerful watching all of that, and a lot of the on my Instagram in the next couple of days, you'll see a lot of clips from the final speaking of the group 2. We're actually on group 4, but group 2 did their event. I'm now putting some of those up in the Instagram. You'll see it. You'll see how these people have transformed, what they can get out in such an articulate way in a short period of time. It's fantastic. Jody, I see you as well. What's up, Jody? That's what I got for you guys. God bless. Have a great rest of your day. Check out my Instagram at Anthony Michael Russo for all the different things I'm a part of. Make Wellness Peptides, Century H2O. The website, Century H2O, is Russo10 for 10% off at checkout. Truth for 20% checkout on the clothing store. And of course, Make Wellness Peptides. Hit me up if you got any questions. Take it easy, guys. God bless. Don't be a garbage human being. Don't surrender your pets. Take it easy.